Hello, this is your author Mark coming to you with another discussion. Today we're going to talk about an issue that I was watching on PBS, and the issue is college students' homelessness. Now, I have to say that PBS in this case did a very good job on the issue. Now, however, what PBS forgot to do is they forgot to address the root of the problem of college students' homelessness. And that is and the main root of the college students' homelessness are their parents, their teachers back in grade school, and basically their environment. Because first of all, and here's why I'm being critical of this situation right now. Because first of all, what you have to understand, before these kids got into college, what the parents should have done with them, they should have set them down and have what we call financial discussion with them. The parents didn't even sit down with the kid to teach them some financial literacy and responsibility. Now, and that is the problem, because most schools today, they don't teach, whether in grade school or high school even, they don't even teach the kids today, they don't even teach financial literacy. Now the thing is, let's ask ourselves the question, can this problem of college students' homelessness be solved? Yes, it could. Now, the question is, now you might be asking me, Mark, how do we solve this problem? Well, whether they should go to college or not go to college is not part of this discussion, but we're gonna address the issues. Okay, the first thing they should do is, how do we solve the student homelessness problem? The very first thing they should do is before they take any of the math classes, the English classes, all that stuff, the very first class in college should be financial literacy. So that because I know that, because you have to understand, those kids who went into those universities and colleges were never taught financial literacy, because in grade school and high school they didn't have those financial literacy classes. So they don't they don't understand what it means to pay bills. They don't understand what it means to be financially responsible. So the very first thing in college, the very first class you should take is a financial literacy class, so you can learn that I can afford this, but not that. Can I pay for this, or can I? But I cannot pay for that. How much this costs? How much that costs? Now, the other thing, why do I blame the parents of these college kids for their homelessness? That is because a parent back in grade, before this kid got into so-called college or university, the parents should have sat down with him, with the kid, and taught him a little bit of money management, how to pay the bills, how to basically manage your financial situation. But see also, nowadays, I think parents just send their kids off to college without preparing them for it. They just send them to college because they want to have something to talk about with their friends. And I'm going to be brutally honest with you for this discussion, that I think most of those parents who send their kids to the MIT, to the most expensive schools like in San Francisco, in Berkeley, you name it. They send their kids to those schools so that the parents can have something to talk about with their friends at the water cooler or at the barbershop. They're saying, "Oh, my son or daughter goes to for example, MIT, or my son goes to Berkeley, and he's studying." See, and the prestige. You know, they just send them for their prestige, so those kids make their parents look good in front of their friends. Let's be honest about that. The only, in my opinion, the only reason those parents that have sent their kids to those most expensive schools without any financial literacy or financial knowledge, mind you, the only reason that they send them there so they can show off, so that the parents can show off in front of their kids, in front of their friends, you know, at the barbershop, at bingo, whatever. Okay. Now, the other thing. Now, you know that we have to also address, since we're on the subject of student homelessness and all, but we have to also address in this video the value of a college degree. Now, I've been listening to another YouTuber talk about, you know, he's in the computer field just like I am. But he talks about certifications, he talks about this, but here's what an interesting thing he says. And this applies on going to college and all that stuff. You know, because the job market today is basically flooded with college graduates. My question to you is, as a college graduate, in whatever field you want to go into, computers or etc., whatever field you want to go into, now I'm going to ask you a question. You go to college for 2, sometimes 4 years. Okay, but the question is, here's the address, since the job market is flooded with college graduates, how do you differentiate yourself from others so that the employer hires you for a particular position? So you see what I'm saying? That, you know, the question is, since the job market is flooded with college graduates, you know, how do you, as a college graduate, for example, stand out of the crowd? How do you differentiate yourself from others when it comes to job market prospects? That also has to be addressed in this video. Now, since we're on the subject of college students, homelessness, and all those other things, since we're talking about it, now I have to say again that PBS, to their credit, on YouTube, of course, PBS has done PBS has done a lot of good when they address the college students' homeless crisis. But like I said, they did not go into it deep enough to see where the problem is. And I think that there's 2 problems with it. Actually 3, because, you know, the parents of those kids who sent those kids to these expensive schools, they didn't teach them any financial responsibility, or they didn't even teach them financial management, etc. Number 2, the colleges and universities, like I said, the first class should be not English. Not, if you're going to go to college, they should not be taught English or the very first, or math or etc. classes. The very first class they should take, they should be required. The college students should be required to take is basically financial literacy class, so that he knows that I can afford this or not that. And because, I'm sorry, if the parents don't take the responsibility to teach them, well, the colleges and universities should teach them, because you didn't learn financial responsibility from your parents. You didn't learn financial management from your grade school, your high school. So you're going to have to learn it in college. Now, in college, when you take that financial literacy class, you should also be able to make a budget. You should be able to know that you can pay for this, but not for that. So, I mean, yeah, and I think financial literacy, and financial management class should help in stemming the college student homelessness. I mean, how embarrassing is it that in the United States, college students themselves live in vans? And in this video, I'm not blaming the kids for going to college, but I blame their teachers, their parents, and their basically environment, because nobody had the time to excuse me, to actually sit down with the kid and teach him some basic financial literacy, financial responsibility. Now, they're saying, the rents are expensive and all that stuff. Yes, and we're going to address that. Yes, the rents are expensive when you go to college. The dorms are getting expensive. The college tuition is getting expensive. That's all true. Now, how can we solve this problem? Well, first of all, you can solve these problems by saying, okay, so I mean, sometimes because the market at this point is flooded with college graduates, sometimes you're gonna, their parents should have told their kids, no, you're not going to college, but you're going to trade school to be a plumber, to be an electrician, etc. But if they are set on sending their kids to go to college, then if the parents are set on sending their kids to college, they should have, because nowadays, see, back in the old days, it used to be that any degree was a good college degree, but nowadays it's no longer possible. Now you have to first of all make sure that the student chooses the right degree. Make sure that after he gets out, he's able to make a decent amount of money and all that. So the very first thing is should be choosing the right degree. So sometimes the parents would have to say, no, kid, you're not going to that university because it's too expensive, but you're going to go to the community college. Because it's less expensive to go to community college. But it's really, it's like, like I said, can the student homelessness problem be solved? Yes, it could. If the parents took some responsibility. I mean, why do I ride on the parents of those kids who go to college so much? Because listen, look, I was a kid once. I was 18 years old. I was 17 years old, and at that time, kids don't know any better. I mean, when we were kids, I personally in high school, I chased girls. And to some degree in college, I chased girls there too. But but you do those things when you're 17, 18, 19-year-old kid. But see, those 17, 18, 19-year-old kids who go to college, they don't have any knowledge of financial literacy, financial knowledge on how to manage their money, because they were never taught that through their parents, through grade school, and through high school. So is this college student homelessness ever going to get solved? Maybe not. If could we at least make a dent in college homelessness? We could do that, but by making sure that before the parents send their kids to college or university, to make sure to give them the foundation at least of financial literacy, like how to pay bills, etc., etc. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I'm going to see you in my next video.